rattles and whispers in the dark.
Hello, my spooky babes, and yes, it's me, and I'm blonde. Before we start today's episode, I just want to say my heart goes to all the immigrant families that are going through all this horrible situation that's going on. I am not a Trump supporter. I didn't even vote for him. I just think it's very terrible what's going on right now, and it just makes me sad. And coming from a daughter of immigrants who are now citizens of the US is just very sad, and it breaks my heart. So I just wanted to say I'm sorry, and I am very supportive of all the protests that are going on, and yeah, and I just want to say yeah. So Valentine's Day, a night of roses, candlelight dinners, whispered confessions, but some love stories don't end in kisses. Some end in silence, in cold, empty rooms, in whispers from the dead. There's a hotel where a love story never ended, a room where time is frozen, a woman who never checked out and never will. Tonight, we check into room 214, where love turned to ruin and the past refuses to stay buried. Before we step deeper into the haunting of room 214, let's talk about something a little sweeter. Because even in the darkest love stories, there's always a touch of magic. So tonight's drink is Bruja Enchanted Love Latte, a bewitching iced cupcake latte, topped with a raspberry cold foam and finished with a dusting of enchanted pink dust. I have it right here. Can't really see the pink dust. If I bend it up a little bit like that. See that beautiful pink dust. So it starts with the rich espresso in a bold aroma wrapping around you like the first sparks of passion. The sweet cupcake flavored syrup blends into a mix of giving a drink soft, nostalgic sweetness like a delicate whisper of love words. Really good. Basically, this is my copycat version of the Dutch Love last year. I did with, well, they told me they make it with raspberry foam, but I've seen a lot online. They make it with strawberry, but it's a raspberry beers. But is my drink. So the magic truly begins with a raspberry cold foam cascading over the ice's pale pink hue, resonant of fade love letters and a ghostly blushes. The foam swirls like a mist dissolving into the espresso, creating a drink that is both sweet and hauntingly beautiful. And for the final spellbinding touch, a dusting of enchanted pink dust, a shimmer so faint, so fleeting, it vanishes the moment the light catches it. It's just exaggeration, guys. Leaving behind nothing but a trace like a bruja's enchanted love latte, leaving it lingering on your skin. Boom. And now that you have something cold in your hands, let's start, or actually, let's step into the chilling past of room 214, the Crimson Hotel, where the past never leaves. Again, the Crimson Hotel has stood over a century, its walls heavy with history. Its stained glass windows cast a long shadows at dusk. Its chandelier, covered in dust and memories, still sway slightly even though no one is near them. But beneath its beauty, something lingers. And in room 214, the past refuses to be forgotten. It was Valentine's night, 1924, when Isabella Delacroix arrived at the hotel. She was breathtaking, dark curls pinned nestly, her scarlet dress hugging her frame, her lips painted the same deep red. She carried only a small suitcase and a letter. And the letter she had read so many times, the ink was beginning to fade. And in that leather, and in that leather, letter, and in that letter, it said, "Wait for me in room 214, February 14th. Our future begins there." Charles Whitmore had promised her forever. He told her he would leave everything behind: his family, his fortune, his obligations, just to be with her. And she believed him. But forever never came. By 3 a.m., her steps were sluggish, her once bright eyes gone dull. She sat by the window of room 214, staring into the rain, watching the empty streets below. There were no footsteps hurrying towards the hotel, no shadow figure in the lamplight, just the hum of the storm and an overwhelming realization that she had been abandoned. Still, she didn't leave. She waited until the candle flickered out, until the ink on the letter was smudged under the weight of her fingers, until the morning came and she was found.
He never came. He never came.
That moments that guests stayed in that room would feel the room cold, a brush of coldness that's like slept on top of them, and that they would smell a hint of roses, an aroma of roses. And sometimes guests would see a woman in red glaring at them at the corner or just staring off the window. But ever since that Isabella Delacour has never checked out, they always see and hear a woman weeping. And that, my spooky babes, is the legend of 214. Whether you believe in the lingering spirit or not, one thing is certain: love can be just as haunting as any ghost story. And if you want to sip on something enchanted while listening, I got that perfect drink for you that I mentioned earlier, which is the Brew Enchanted Love Latte. It is a, hold on one second. It is a ice cupcake latte topped with a raspberry cold foam in the finish of a enchanted dust, pink dust. You can't see it because I drink it. Check out the full recipe on my socials. I would have them all on my socials, on my TikTok, my IG, and Lemonade. I haven't got a reno yet because I'm kind of nervous. But let me know. Would you dare to stay in room 214? Have you ever had an encounter that made you question on whether your spirits walked among us? Slide into our social medias or even in our DMs and let us know, what do you think or what would you do in that situation? Or comment on the latest post and what are your thoughts. Or also let me know what kind of drinks I can make for you, because I would love to make drinks and I would love to see your creations of my drinks. Just please tag us. But that is all I have for you today. And until next time, stay curious, stay caffeinated, and stay safe. Love you, boos. Stay safe, and the world's crazy out there. And oh, I'll see you next time. Bye.